Hello. I'm gonna start off with my name. My name is Ricardo. Um, but many call me Ricky. And my college experience so far is that it's not. It wasn't the best. This semester was not the best. Um, this is my first year back in school since 2020, and that's when I graduated high school. And right after high school, I graduated. I enrolled into college, but everything was online. So what I did was I withdrew from all my classes because I knew I was gonna struggle online personally. Because if I kind of struggled in person, I know it wasn't gonna be easy online. So I withdrew from all my classes, and I patiently waited over 2 years, and then finally this was the year it came back, and then let me tell you, it was a roller coaster. I was not expecting this much stress, and it was very overwhelming because it was a new experience. Because in high school, everything you got the same class Monday through Friday every day. In this class, and this time you only get maybe 2 hours a week a class, one class a day, or two times a week. It depends on the course you're taking. And I was very overwhelmed the first couple of weeks. I was very stressed because it was my first time back in school, and it was very overwhelming and very hard trying to like get back into my routine as a new college student. As a first gen college student, it was very brand new to me. Everything was all brand new to me. I don't and I was working 12-hour shifts for 2 years, and that's all I knew how to do. And coming back to school, it was a very big step in my life, knowing that this is something I want to do in life. I want to go to school. Like I always had a passion for school, and then ever since I started college this semester, I felt like, am I smart enough for this? Am I? Because it's so hard. But the only reason it's hard is because there's it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of time consuming. And me, I had to balance work and school. And one thing I learned from my experience over time in this semester is that I worked less hours. I started cutting back on hours of work and putting more hours towards my school. And I'm trying to get in the routine of studying again in school, studying, learning how to adjust back into school. And one thing that helped me a lot is that I listen to music while I work, and music's very helps me stay calm, and makes me like concentrate more on. And also, one thing that helped me a lot also is creating a to-do list. And I have been creating these since I had started. Was I recently started doing them maybe like 2 months ago, and they helped me a lot trying to keep up on my work and making sure what stuff's due. And it was very helpful. But and right, this semester was a lot more of a learning experience than a actual trying to have a semester. Make I can't really put into perspective, but this semester I learned so much of time consuming and putting in a lot more effort, and I regret so much stuff that I haven't done. Like I was not turning in work in the beginning. I was focused on a lot of work on my outside of school, like my job. I was focusing more on that, and I started to come to the realization that all my school is more important, because school is something that I'm going for my career and later out. And of course, like I have to pay more attention to myself and as a college student. And over time, and this semester wasn't the easiest for me, of course. I had a lot of bumpy roads, stress, overwhelming, depressed some nights, some days. feeling overworked. It was a lot. And then I had a recent tragic accident, like tragic death in my family, which caused me to fall more back behind in school, and it was very hard for me to catch up and everything. I felt I failed my math class. I'm trying to catch up on all my schoolwork for my classes like this class and my other classes, but I feel like next semester will be to much easier of a much easier to adjust for me. And I feel like if you one thing is time consume. Manage your time wisely. Don't if you feel like okay, I'm catched up on everything, like I'm like don't ever feel that way because you will always fall behind no matter what on anything. There's always work to do. So never feel like you're catched up because there's always work to do. Next is write a to-do list. Have a daily planner, a weekly planner, a monthly planner, which how you're gonna run your days or your hours of your day, and get enough sleep. I'm not gonna stress that enough. Get enough sleep. If you do not have sleep, there's no point in going to school because, I mean, there's nights that I stay up like 11, 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And I regret those nights so much because the next morning I had to wake up at 6. But, and I don't get that many hours of sleep. So I highly suggest manage your time wisely. Get at least 6 hours of sleep, 5 to 7 hours or more, whatever. Manage your time wisely. Make a to-do list. Make a plan for your classes. Go to the study hall. At first, I thought the study hall was like for me, I was like, I don't need study hall in the beginning. I was like, I don't gotta go. There's no point in me going. Like, what I need help in? But it came to the realization that study hall, it's actually very helpful. Even if you don't need help. If you don't need help, that's great. But it's still a good thing to go to study hall, like to tutoring center, because they will give you more tips. They will go over your work, and because there's always room for adjustment. You could be, you could be the perfect writer, and you could still have, there could still be adjustments to a paper, no matter what. You could be the best writer, the worst writer. There's always adjustment that's needed. And I feel like the tutoring center helps with you in all your courses. And I highly suggest you go to tutoring as well. Tutoring, time management, and to-do list. And have one day out the week at least just for yourself. Like no schoolwork, no work, just yourself. Because there's no reason for you to be stressing the whole week over school. Have at least one day for yourself. Go out with your friends. Go do something. Like, don't do schoolwork for that day. Like, just leave it. But that comes to my conclusion. Don't overstress school. Manage your time wisely, and don't overdo. Oh, don't forget. Don't overtake too many classes. The classes are not going nowhere. If you feel like you're overwhelmed with 4 classes a semester, take less because let me tell you, each class is a lot of work. And taking 4 classes, that's a lot of work. So if you feel like overwhelmed with your classes, cut back on one. And that class is not going nowhere. You could save it for next semester, the summer. But do not overstress yourself in school. Because stressing yourself will make everything worse. And that is the video.